Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Cocky and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So South Carolina's offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Sanders. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. The run from the shotgun. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the move, it's Sanders. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Caught in the backfield, it's Harvey. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Pressure coming. It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pocket starts to collapse. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Trying to get to him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Avoids pressure. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And man, this quarterback is on fire this drive. They've run 5 plays offensively. He's thrown it all 5 times. He's 5 for 5, and now he has him down here on the goal line. Why not go 6 for 6 with a tutty?
He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Firing to the right, complete. Into the house. Touchdown, Duke!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Sanders. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Afterbird. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. To the air, it's Sellers. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. They keep attacking through the air. They're trying to get to it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Harvey. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Harvey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. Got room at the 35. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and it's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Power football with the run. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That's caught. It's Moore. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Unleashes to the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Feeling some heat. Using the quick game. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Gamecocks are on the move. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Off the RPO, complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
They'll leave it with him. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Throwing right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's McDowell. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quick release on the RPO.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jacobs.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. Makes the grab on third. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
Touchdown, South Carolina! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. He looks that one in nicely. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense came into this game with a great game plan, and today they have been challenged, and they have answered that challenge. That was phenomenal coverage, reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the ball. You cannot do it any better than that.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
3rd downs are so crucial, and quarterbacks, you want them to be, elite with their functioning, be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks. But they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding 3rd down and getting to the quarterback?
Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Barges ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir. We're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for a block, it's McDowell. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.